Working for an ESOP company is considerably different than working for one that isn't set up that way. Your commitment to the value of the company, and you see how that value directly correlates to everyone's motivation. You don't want to let anyone else down, and you want to create value for everyone else that's in the company. When you're working for a company that isn't an ESOP-based company, typically everyone's a little more individual and role-based, so it doesn't seem like the team environment is there.
TEKsystems is the first ESOP company I've ever worked for. I was at the meeting when they announced the ESOP, and Daryl said, "I've told you I'm never going to sell the company unless the offer was right, so I am going to sell the company." And I felt the pit of my stomach drop out, and he said, "To you guys." I thought that it was probably the most incredible thing I'd ever heard, because for the people who work at TEKsystems and understand focus and understand doing the job right, doing whatever you need to do to get the job done right and service the client, they kind of always said, you have the keys to the company to do that. The part that helps now is many people who work in the field or work in an area removed from administration, now they understand that the better thought process they use to service a client, it affects our bottom line. And it affects their bottom line as employee owners. And that's a powerful thing. Once you get it, that's a powerful thing to kind of own.
I mean, there have been multiple folks that have approached our leadership to purchase the company. So to decide that that was not the path to step down time and time again, but instead to provide a solid future, not just for the younger folks that are coming in, but even for some of our children. If they so choose to go down this path of it being in the security industry, it just shows them that hard work, dedication, lots of discipline, that steps us forward, and there's some longevity there. So the ESOP is critically important to that entire process.
The great thing about working at an ESOP is that we don't have to worry about our day-to-day performance. At publicly traded companies, the management team is worried about controlling the day-to-day stock fluctuations. And at TSI, we don't have to worry about that. As an ESOP, our stock is only evaluated once a year. And as such, we can make longer-term decisions that impact both our employees and our customers in a positive light, but we don't have to worry about that day-to-day fluctuation. You know, when you're making day-to-day decisions, it's what's good today. It doesn't necessarily mean what's going to be good tomorrow or next week or next year. And I think that's what I really enjoy about working at an ESOP, is that we can strategically make decisions to benefit our customers and our employees in the long term.
Do you want to deal with the owner of an organization, or do you want to deal with an employee of an organization? And so if I've got somebody standing in front of me and they have the authority to make decisions to make things happen for me as a client, what more could I possibly ask for?
I brag about it. I probably bore my friends to death about how great I think TEKsystems is and about being an employee owner, because so many people go through their entire lives working for a company that they have zero effect of it for administration, for the bottom line, for affecting almost any part of the whole process. And when you realize that you can, that's incredibly empowering.